Yo, what's up, guys? George back again to do a Friday Ramblin series live video. Just hanging out. Figured I'd hop on here for a little bit because I'm pretty shitty day here. It's kind of quiet. Cloudy, so I'm just hanging out, having a couple beers. Figured I'd pop on and see who's on. If anybody's on, wants to shoot the shit. But not too much going on here. Pretty quiet week at the store for some reason. I don't know why, what's going on, but pretty crazy. I don't know if the economy's down or what's going on, but did pick up some new things though that I'll show in my next vinyl LP update. I'll show one now. I'll wait for more people to come on, but I got the Nashville Pussy Best of 10 years of Pussy, double LP on SPV, just covering the later couple last 3 albums, I think it is. Everything that's been on SPV. Anything before that, none of that stuff's on there. But what's up, Vinyl Madness? How you doing, man? Couple cool things out this week. New Lillingtons came out. Which when I heard the first track, I don't know if anybody's seen the review that I put up, but I heard the first track, it was awful. But then the rest of the album was killer, so. But I was worried when I first heard it. I was like, what the hell? I haven't checked out that Serious Drinking band yet, just because I've been so busy. My pop is now moved out of the area, so I was spending a couple days with him before he took off, him and his wife, so I haven't been doing much listening really either, unless I had it already in my car. Like I listened to I got the new Lillingtons, the new Fozzy, couple other things. There'll be reviews up. That's pretty soon, within a week. There's the Lillingtons. I was disappointed with the first song, and I was like, shit, man, I thought the rest of the album was going to suck, but all the other tracks are really killer. Fozzy, didn't care for it. I liked maybe 3 songs on there. You'll see in my review. It just wasn't great. It's just not my thing. The LA Guns. Finally got the hard copy of that. And then 2 other, the Black Knots, killer band, and Stereo Nasty. So I have be reviews for all these up within the week. I usually put up a review a day, so. Vinyl Madness just said he should be getting the Rory Gallagher at the Beat Club Sessions on vinyl. Should be getting it on Tuesday. Is that, that sounds interesting. Is that a US release or UK release? I didn't see that one on our new release sheets this week. Maybe it's next week, though. Also, Nigel Moore from the Lurkers saw the video I did of the Lurkers box set. He contacted me. He was a bass player for the original Lurkers. He contacted me and asked me if he could send me a copy of their latest record, the Lurkers GLM. So I have a review for this as well, coming up real soon. Mark Taylor, what's up, man? How is it? How you doing down in Tennessee? It's good to hear from you. I was only in Tennessee once, and it was 1989, 1990, somewhere around there, and I've always wanted to come back and do the, what do you call, all the tourist things. Plus, I want to go to Nashville again. Uh, Vinyl Madness. It's already been released. I think it's U.S. and U.K. It was a great deal on Amazon on white vinyl, so I ordered it. Yeah, let me know how that is when you get it. Um, just like leave me leave me a comment or something when you get it. Let me know how it is, because if it's decent, I'll probably pick it up. If it's decent sounding. A lot of these, I don't know if that's one of those like legitimate bootleg things that have been coming out all over the world, except for the U.S. really, but like UK has been pumping out all kinds of live radio broadcast stuff on different little labels and shit, and I don't know what the deal with that is, but I definitely want to. I have a ton of AC/DC ones, so I don't know if is it a legitimate thing like on Polygram or Polydor, whatever label he was on, or is it one of those like, one of these labels like DOL, like this AC/DC one. I mean, they look cool and they sound good, but they're just not, they're not like licensed from the band or, but I mean, I don't care. I buy all that shit, so it's definitely official. Oh, it's on his website. Cool. I'll definitely let me know how it is. You have a load of Nirvana ones too. All right. Yeah, Nirvana was always hit or miss. I liked some of Bleach. I liked some of Nevermind, but I really dug In Utero. I think that was my favorite one. Just something about that record. I don't know what it is, but I always liked that record a lot. I'm not a huge Nirvana fan either. It's just, at the time when they first came out, of course they get blamed and Pearl Jam get blamed for killing the hair metal scene, whatever, but it was stale at that point anyway. But I remember when Nevermind came out, I didn't care for it at all. I didn't think it was that good. I didn't see what other people saw in it, and I didn't hear what other people heard in it as well. And and then when In Utero came out, for some reason I just love that record. I don't know why, what it is. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big Nirvana fan, so cheers. Got some Blue Moon. Yeah, 89. That was the very beginning of them. I think when they formed in 87 or something like that. I think Bleach was out at that time. I think Bleach came out in late 89, early 90, somewhere around there. There's some cool stuff on Bleach. And I thought they were great when they did that MTV Unplugged. I wasn't a huge, like, fan of all the MTV Unplugged things, but I thought the Nirvana one was really good. The Pearl Jam one was just okay to me. The STP one was good. Oof. Then there's like there was like some that never aired. The Stevie Ray Vaughan one. I wish there was more footage of that one, but there's just not. Your dad knew them before they were famous. That's cool, man. The Neil Young Unplugged was great as well. And I'm not, like I said before, I'm not that big of a Neil Young fan. I love Harvest and I love Harvest Moon. And, like Rockin' in the Free World, whatever that, I forget the name of the album that was on. I like that one. But overall, the Stevie Ray Vaughan one was really good. He played the 12 string by himself. I just thought that was amazing. And of course the Kiss one. The Kiss one was really good as well. I think that was like one of the last ones of that original series that they ever broadcast. And I know they brought it back for a little while, but really, you should definitely keep them all, because back then all those early 90s pressings are worth some money right now. I'm trying to think what else was I got the new issue of Classic Rock today too, with Black Country Communion on it. There's that one. It came in this like cardboard thing, and it also came with like a best of Black Country thing CD in it. I haven't picked up the fourth album, the newest album yet, but I heard like 2 songs on it. It was just okay. I mean, that's how I felt about the last couple records anyway. I'm not a big Joe Bonamassa fan for some reason. I just don't get it. I don't get what people hear in him either. I mean, I love Glenn Hughes, but yeah, for some reason I didn't care for him. Nice. Bottom man said he's got Mike Bloomfield, Dr. John, and John Hammond album the other day for £5, and that's good. That's awesome. I had the first 3 John Hammond LPs down here. I was listening to them. The first one I didn't really care for. It was just okay, but that third album where he has all those players on it from, oh God, he has so many players on it. Yeah, I don't get the whole thing with Joe Bonamassa. I'm just not a fan of him. He's okay, but man, people really dig that dude, and I'm like, man, whatever. I mean, I don't hear it. I definitely did not hear it with him. Oh, I hooked up that Amazon Fire Stick the other night, and I did the crack for it, or whatever they call it, the jailbreak for it. It's basically what it is. It's like having a kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like almost like a Netflix type thing in the Fire Stick. You could fire crack. You could jailbreak it and download all these apps to it, like all these movie apps, which most of them are like bootleg movie apps. I mean, I guess it's cool, but it's not what I thought it was. Although I did watch the newest Amityville Horror on it the other night, and it doesn't come out until November on Blu-ray. I don't think I have that Mike Bloomfield record. It's Not Killing Me. I don't think I have that one, but I guess that's a good price for it. I don't know. I actually have to go already. I have a delivery coming that I totally forgot about. I don't know if this is him or not. Well, I'll stay on. If he knocks on the door, I'll let it go. I'll let it film live with nobody here. Because you can't, that's one thing about these live streams. Unless somebody calls me on my phone, because I'm using my iPhone for it, I can't pause it, which is kind of weird. But hold on a second. Hey, listen to Raven. Stop. Sorry about that. My wife got a case of wine. I don't know. I'm going to try and let you guys see it. The dog's sniffing it. My wife's a wino. You got an album by Robert Wyatt out of Soft Machine. I know him. Matching Mole. No, I don't know anything about that one. Nope, I don't know that one. Let me know how it is, though. I also picked up the new Scary Monsters today as well. It's a cool cover. Doing the Planet of the Apes. Metallica Maniac wants to know if I like Riot. I do like Riot. Rock City's a great record. Trying to think, the one after that or the one before that. I forget the name of it. Damn. It's been a while since I heard those records, but Riot 5 is the current band. They just got signed. They're going to have a new record coming out. Shit, man. What is the name of that? I forget. The record store where albums really cheap. I wish that was the case here. Let me know if they got any cool blues records. I really like the Riot records with Rhett Forrester as well. I can see the covers, but I just can't think of the name of them. I don't remember. I always thought their logo was silly, though. Not logo, but their mascot, that seal or whatever the fuck it is. Panic Gong Live Anarchy for £5. Really? That's a good score. Yeah, we don't have, like, a lot of the record store, well, other than all, I mean, we price accordingly at the shop. However, we are probably the lowest prices out of all the record shops around our area. Because a lot of the record stores in our area are in like a lot of stores in Philly, and I get it. They got to pay rent, and rent around here to have a shop is fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's like the highest in the state in this area. Other than New York, I think we got probably the highest rental prices around. Stupid. Blue score the other day. I got Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee. I don't know Brownie McGee stuff. I'm not sure about that. For £2 each, along with the Lonnie Mack album. Right on. Yeah, £2 for me would be around $3 and whatever the rate is today. I don't know, $3. Maybe not three, like $2.80 or something like that. I haven't bought anything used in other than the ones I showed in my last update, like the Bill Haley and the Muddy Waters, these two, and that one. I haven't gotten much used except for the Freddie King. Still listening to that. You got the Ronnie Lane album too, right on. You got the face, and that Faces one. But other than that, I've been doing all new stuff. I did pick this up. It finally came in the mail, that new Metallica one from London, live at the house of Vans. This sounds amazing. Triple album, black vinyl. Finally showed up. I think it was yesterday. And then, like I said, the Nashville Pussy today. And that's about it. I got some other stuff on order. Our distributor was having a sale on SPV stuff. That's why I got that Nashville Pussy. Cost me like $14 or something like that for a double. It's like a double LP. And they also reissued the two albums before this, which was Say Something Nasty and the one with the pinball machine face on it. What the hell was the name of that one? Or was that Say Something Nasty? This has like all this. It's like a best of the SPV stuff, Steam Hammer stuff. So, like I said, there's no earlier records there's no tracks from any of the earlier records on that collection. I love Nashville Pussy. I think they're great. And the chick on the cover, Reuter or whatever her name is, she smokes, man. She's like a fucking female Angus Young, man. She really kicks ass. She's such a great guitar player. You got an Alvin Lee record for $2 or £2 that has George Harrison playing on it, and Mick Fleetwood, Ronnie Wood, and loads of guys, Traffic, and right on. I have a few Alvin Lee things. Not a huge fan of them, but I do have some stuff. It was always hit or miss like that, the 10 years after stuff. And trying to think what else is going on. Not too much. I do collect punk singles. I don't see them in this area. And I hate ordering online when it comes to that kind of stuff, like that classic shit. I just hate doing it because you don't know what you're getting. I usually try and wait till they come in the shop, because we have one guy that's been selling us stuff for the past 5 years, and every now and then he'll bring in something. I think the last things I got were, I think I still have them down here. This place is a mess, as you can see. I was helping my dad move, so I kind of let everything go here. My wife's been working a ton lately. Yeah, this is it. I did pick these up. There's God Save the Queen. I don't know if this is it's not, obviously not a first press because they're ridiculous amounts, but this is like the first press on Virgin. And this is like, you can see it's a real one. So I picked that up. And this is like, there's one little inner sleeve scuff, but other than that, you can see it's like almost mint. So I love stuff like this too, I picked up some Clash singles last year. I think it was from the same guy, if I'm not mistaken. Then I got Holidays in the Sun. And this is a real one as well. It's got that inner, and Pretty Vacant. these all came in at the same time. This has the they seem so fragile now. It's weird. I don't want to fuck it up. I always like to add the inner sleeves to them. So, but yeah, I got a lot of 7 inches, a lot of older. I try to collect, I have a lot of AC/DC 7 inches because that's my boy. They're my boys. But when I see shit like this, if it's cheap enough, or if I buy, find a collection, or I go to somebody's house to buy a collection, I'll make them an offer. Most of the time, I keep them. Like the money comes out of my bank account instead of the shop. But I went to see a collection this week. They had some great shit, like, not that I listen to, but just great stuff for the store, like the Smiths and the Charlatans and stuff like that. And unfortunately, everything was fucking beat. So let me see here. Where am I at? Lurker single. I had a chance to see them, but I couldn't go. I've never seen the Lurkers live. I just got into them recently. Do you know any UK mod bands? Not some. I'm not a big fan. Yeah, definitely make a video of all your singles, man, for sure. All the Rolling Stones singles. I have quite a few of those on 7-inch, US ones, but I got those all like at somebody's house, just a collection that I bought. I'm looking at myself on the screen, and I look bald, like I shaved. I'm not actually that. I just shaved my hair down. I don't know if you can see it, but the video makes me look like I'm Kojak or something, Scott Ian or something like that. It's kind of weird looking. I look like an egghead. But yeah, I picked these up probably about 2 months ago. I'm definitely going to check out this Serious Drinking band. I definitely want to. It's weird. I've never heard of them here in the States. None even my friends have brought them up to me, so I'll have to definitely check them out. Trying to think what the hell else is going on, man. I'm drawing a blank on everything today, probably because I already have a few beers in me, but I'm waiting for my wife to get home. She's coming. My oldest son's coming home from school tonight, from college, and then she's working her part-time gig tonight. They called her in. That's one thing with her. It's like she works at a retail shop at night, part-time, not every night, but it's like once or twice a week, just so she has extra spending money to do whatever she wants with, and they've been calling her in and offering her time and a half, so she's been taking it. There is an underground gem from the 70s, 80s, my favorite punk bands, too. Oh, you mean Serious? I got you. Serious Drinking's here. I'm definitely going to check them out, for sure. I just haven't had the time. Like I said, my dad left today. He's going up the mountains to do some fishing and shit till the end of November. And then he's moving to Delaware, which he's moving a couple hours from me, and he's getting a house built, so all one floor. Most of the songs are better if you live in England because you'll get the lyrics. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. However, I watched enough and listened to enough British English music to kind of get it anyway. Matter of fact, like the Young Ones are that's my favorite, one of my favorite shows of all time. I own I own them all on VHS here on video cassette. I own the DVD box sets. I think there was two different ones with all the same episodes on it, but I ended up picking, I have like twice as, I have all that shit, and obviously like the bad news stuff, which was Comic Strip Presents, I think it was called. They used to show that here on PBS on Sunday nights, and I fell in love with the young ones like 1985, somewhere in there. They were showing them here. My wife picked me up this Blue Moon Belgian White last week. It's pretty good. I usually drink Guinness or Newcastle Brown Ale. I really like. I even like Peroni from Italy. There's so many beers that I like. Is that the Cliff Richard one? The young ones, 12-inch? Is that the young ones with Cliff Richard, I think it is? I have that one. I don't know if it's red vinyl, though. It might be. Still one of my favorite shows. My oldest son, I showed him the DVDs like 4 or 5 years ago, and now he loves it. We always quote lines from the show. The first episode of The Young Ones I ever saw was Bambi, which was, I think, the Motorhead episode when they go to the university for University Challenge. Still one of my favorite episodes. I was hoping that they would do years ago in the 90s or maybe even the early 2000s, there was talk about doing another Bad News documentary. But for some reason, they never did it. And obviously, unfortunately, Rick Mayall died, 3 years ago now? Rick was such a funny dude. The Only Ones, I gotcha. Yeah, Young Ones did a 12-inch with Cliff Richard. And I think the B-side was like Nigel Planner, who was Neil, did a track called "There's a Hole in My Shoe and It's Letting in Water" or something like that. It was goofy. Because I believe the theme song for the Young Ones, Cliff Richard actually had a hit with in the 60s, maybe? Something like that. Called The Young Ones. And I don't know, I guess it's the theme song. I never heard the original one, so I don't know. I should just look on, I'm sure it's on YouTube, but I don't know. But that's how I got into like The Damned, was from The Young Ones, and Madness. When I saw Madness on there, I thought, these guys are cool, I'm going to check them out. And Dexy's Midnight Runners, I think, were on there as well. Like before they had the hit Come On Eileen, I think. I think they were on there. I could be wrong about that. For some reason, I'm thinking they were on there, but maybe they weren't. I can't remember now. Oh, right on. Members. I think I have a couple things from them, I think. So you're like I am, man. You're all over the place when it comes to music. I like just about everything. I'm not a jazz guy though. I just can't do it for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe when I get older or something. I don't know, but I just dig like rock and blues and metal and punk. They're my top four. Next week I got new Guar album next week. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, the Damned albums. The first album's great. I always thought they were really good, and then they changed out. A little. They got a little weird. Yo, what's up, Richie? I have Out on the Corner by Miles. I do have that. It's just not my thing. I have a couple other Miles as well, because, guys over the years have been like, oh, you got to check this out. Eddie and the Hot Rods. I dig Eddie and the Hot Rods. I think I have their first two albums from England. But I know they released stuff later on here. Yeah, the Damn went goth. That's what I thought too. They were goth. Also, Jack Johnson by Miles is a rock album. I'll definitely check into it. I know we sell a lot of Miles at the shop. It's hard to keep that stuff in. But I listen to so much shit right now, man. It's just, I've always have, but I've just never been a jazz dude. I don't know why. I guess I didn't grow up with it too much. No, there's nothing wrong with goth if it's done right. I don't like a lot of the, the 2000s, the bands from like the mid-2000s that people were calling goth. I'm like, this is not goth. Golden Years live from Motorhead. Motorhead's one of my favorite bands. They always have been. I'm still bumming about Lemmy. I really am. But what are you going to do, My favorite Motorhead stuff's probably... it's cliche, really. Ace of Spades, that record. Orgasmatron, Rock and Roll. But I love Bastards. The World Is Ours. Out of the later ones. Bad Magic I thought was great. And the one before that. No, is it The World Is Ours with I forget the first track, but the first track on there is unbelievable. That first Fastway record's incredible. Say What You Will's on there, and I love that Fastway. I actually like the first two a lot. I thought both of them were really, really good. And it's Fast Eddie Clarke from Motorhead. It was supposed to be Eddie Clarke and Pete Way. That's why they call it Fastway, but something happened to Pete Way. I can't remember the story behind that. He end up either doing the album or doing the tour or some shit like that. Overkill's a great record. No Sleep Till Hammersmith's amazing record too. I always liked Bastards. And 1916. 1916, I think, was their first major label album. Technically, their first major label for Sony. And it did okay. And then they did March or Die after that. And that just... By then, Nirvana was huge and Pearl Jam, and nobody was paying attention to that kind of music here in the States anymore anyway. I know sometimes I feel like the States here is all about trends. And I know it's like that everywhere, but it always seemed to me like other countries had more of an open mind about rock and roll and all that kind of stuff than the U.S. did. Yeah, I do too. I have a lot of Motorhead signed stuff. Trying to think. The one thing I do have that I absolutely worship, and I unfortunately I didn't get it signed myself, but I ordered it right from Motorhead, was The World Is Yours album. They were doing like a limited silver vinyl pressing of it, and they all signed it. Metallica Maniac wants to know if I ever listened to Greta Van Fleet. I have no idea who that is. Your dad called Lemmy an ugly bastard, or Lemmy called your dad an ugly bastard? Girls' school was always a lot of fun. I'm hoping that your dad called Lemmy an ugly bastard, but I have a feeling before you respond, that knowing Lemmy, he probably called your dad that, didn't he? Oh, your dad called Lemmy that. Wow, I was thinking the other way around. I can hear Lemmy saying that. Well, he's not wrong. I don't know why Lemmy never got those removed, to be honest with you. I would imagine Lemmy just laughed too, yeah. So Greta Van Fleet is sort of a throwback classic rock band that got some great stuff. They sound so much like Zeppelin. Check out their EP. I definitely will, yeah. I'll check them out. Greta Van Fleet. Let me write it down because it'll disappear once I get off here. This is why I like doing these, man. Because I find out shit. Find out from other people what's hot or what they dig. And then I'll go check it out myself. I'm going to write the drinkers down too. The Jam stuff. I was never big. I liked the first Jam album, but everything after that I didn't care. Not that I didn't care for, I just didn't pay attention to. Cool, I wrote that down so I could check it out. Like I said, the only thing I have that I'm, signed is that. I mean, I have a lot of shit signed, but the one that really means the most to me is the Power Age from AC/DC, signed by the entire band with Bon Scott on it. And I was talking to my dad. I hung out with my pop last night and my stepmother. We went out to dinner and shit. I was asking him about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I remember when I got that for you." And I think we come to the conclusion that it was like almost 40 years ago that he picked that up for me. It was late, either 79 or 80, somewhere in there. And I was like, fuck, Dad, that's almost like 40 years ago. It's unbelievable how time flies. Yeah, they did go. They went really pop, I thought. Who's that? Who was in the Jam? Was it Paul Weller? Somebody like that? One of those guys was. Yeah, once a band pops out and gets real poppy, I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm off. Because to me, they're just trying to write for the radio or something. I don't get it. Yeah, Paul Weller seems big-headed. I don't get to see him that much here. He's not really... I mean, he's got fans here, but he's not... I don't think he's as popular here as he would be in England or... Trying to think, man. I don't think I ever liked any Paul Weller solo stuff. No, he definitely wasn't big-headed when he was in the Jam. That first Jam record's a great record. But I'm trying to think some other shit going on. Nah, just hanging out Friday afternoon. It's almost 5 o'clock. Like I said, my wife's she's picking up my oldest on the way home from her first job, and then they called her into her second job, and I'm probably just gonna hang out and listen to tunes tonight, because I haven't done it the last few nights, so got some new music to listen to. I might watch a movie. I got this today. Anybody ever see that one? Life. Somebody brought this in the shop for me, so I might watch that tonight. Who knows? If I don't fall asleep on the couch, because I'm fucking beat, man. It's been a long week. I gotta work tomorrow anyway, so I'm gonna stay on for another couple minutes anyway. I've been on for 45 minutes already. That's pretty crazy. So your dad went to see Maiden in 1981, stole a program, left after one song. You still have the program. Huh. Don't know if Iron Maiden is my thing, though. The first two Iron Maiden records, if you like punk, I think you'll really like the first two Maiden, the self-titled and Killers. To me, they had a punky edge to them then, and a different singer, obviously, Paul Di'Anno, who I know I get a lot of flack for this all the time, but Paul Di'Anno's been my favorite Maiden singer. There was just something about those early Maiden. There's two early Maiden records that are unbelievable. Iron Maiden just uploaded a 3-hour documentary today on their YouTube channel. Really? Is it anything that's been released before on DVD? Fergal Sharkey was really big-headed after he left the Undertones. That's probably why he left the Undertones. They probably couldn't deal with him anymore. You have to check out that Maiden doc, because I know they had a thing called The Early Years here on DVD. Well, first it came out on VHS back, I want to say early 90s maybe. And I know when they started doing those Maiden reissued DVDs like 10 years ago, they put some of that stuff, documentary on there. But I'm definitely going to check it out just to see what it is. There was another documentary that I heard was coming out, but I can't remember what it was. I have it written down somewhere. I don't know why. When you said Maiden, it reminded me of it, but I don't remember who it was. Cheap Trick, maybe? But I don't know what happened to that one. I think it was Cheap Trick, because I was psyched. Like, I don't think there hasn't been any really good Cheap Trick documentaries or at all, really, that I know of. But so next week I'm gonna do the horror. I'm gonna do a live chat about the horror stuff for Halloween, all horror movies and horror talk. So I'm gonna do a video to announce it at some point this week coming. I have a few Dickies things, but nothing. I don't have a lot of the singles or anything. I think I have 2 reissues on vinyl. Cheap Trick's they're another one of my favorite bands. I love Cheap Trick. The first 4 records I thought were really amazing, and they were kind of sporadic there through the 80s. And then they started doing like really good records again with the self-titled one that came out in 97. I thought was really good. Their newest album's fantastic. Last year's record was pretty good too. Rockford's pretty good. There was one in between there that was just awful, though. Cockney Rebel. Cockney Rebel. I don't know them. Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel. I don't think I don't think I have anything from them. I'll have to look. I mean, it sounds familiar, but I might be thinking of somebody else. I'm getting a little scatterbrained right now, so. Like I said, I'm tired. I have a couple beers in me. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to make a movie tonight. They had a hit with Make Me Smile. I'll check it out. Maybe something, once I hear it, I'll realize what it is. But that's why I said, if you're overseas, your top 40 is probably way different than ours was, and still is to this day. Because our top 40 was always full of garbage. But, well, I think I'm going to hop off here now. Like I said, it's 5 o'clock. I just hopped on because I was by myself again. But my wife did get a case of wine delivered. So that's good. I think she said there's 15 bottles in there. So that should last a weekend. Yeah, your favorite Cheap Trick song is Surrender. It's a great song. You should check out Southern Girls. She's Tight. Then obviously some of the other hits like, I Want You to Want Me. I mean, there's other stuff on those albums that, other than the hits, that are fantastic. So, but anyway, I'm gonna hop off here now. I guess I should think about getting something for dinner. Wait for my oldest boy to get home. I know he wants to go records to shopping tonight, but if that's the case, he's gonna have to drive, and I'll go along for the ride while the little ones are out running around with their friends. They're over their friend's house, so. Anyway, thanks for popping in, Vinyl Madness. I'll talk to you soon. Metallica Maniac, Vinyl Richie, if you're still on there. Hey Richie, thanks for commenting on all my videos too, man. It's cool. Let me know when I'm wrong about shit, because I'm not 100%, so, on a lot of stuff. So anyway, that is it. I'll talk to everybody real soon, so check out the next week. Well, there's going to be a lot of reviews once a day, within the next 5-6 days, and then I'm gonna do like the live horror thing if anybody's interested in that. Other than that, I'll talk to you all real soon. Have a great weekend. It's supposed to be nice here the rest of the weekend, so I'm gonna enjoy it. So I'll talk to everybody soon. Peace.